Hey book readers, it's Throwback Thursday, so turn down the jazz music on your radio, open up a can of Spam, and practice your jitterbug as I share my 7 favorite books published in the 30s. Trust me, they'll blow your wig. First up, from 1932, is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Welcome to a wild future where tech, pleasure, and control run the show. In this world, people are literally designed in labs, assigned their life roles, and then kept chill with a pill called Soma. Sounds pretty perfect, right? Not for Bernard Marx, who's not exactly fitting in with the cookie-cutter society. He's starting to see through the fake smiles and shallow thrills. Then things get real when Bernard brings John, a savage from the outside, into the mix. Let the chaos commence. The clash between raw humanity and this over-the-top controlled utopia will have you on the edge of your seat. Huxley's sharp and at times funny satire take aim at consumerism, conformity, and society's obsession with pleasure at all costs. It's a witty, thought-provoking ride that makes you wonder, is stability really worth the price of your freedom? Also from 1932 is Black Elk Speaks by John G. Neihart. Get ready to dive into the powerful life story of Black Elk, a legendary Oglala Lakota holy man. Black Elk Speaks takes us right into the heart of Native American spirituality and history. Through Black Elk's eyes, we get to experience iconic moments like the Battle of Little Bighorn and devastating tragedy at events like Wounded Knee. But it's more than just history. Black Elk's vivid visions and storytelling connect you to the sacredness of life and the struggles his people face as settlers continue to close in. With a deep connection to nature and the spiritual world, Black Elk's voice is captured beautifully by the author, and it's full of wisdom. This isn't just a personal tale, it's a reflection on the loss of Native American culture and the unbreakable strength of the Lakota people. Next up is Lost Horizon from 1933, which was written by James Hilton. Here's an adventure novel that I previously described as Wizard of Oz meets The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. It begins with a plane crash in the Himalayas. The survivors are rescued and taken to the hidden valley of Shangri-La. There, they find a dreamy utopia where the people live for centuries, enjoying a life of peace and serenity, far from the chaos of the outside world. But since that's not for everyone, and the characters have concerns outside of this newfound Eden, they have to decide if true happiness means disconnecting from the rest of the world. Will they choose nature or civilization? The allure of Shangri-La becomes this kind of symbol for everyone's quest for a life of meaning. So yeah, this is a gripping adventure, but it's also a reflection on the time you have and how you decide to use it. Next up, from 1934 by Agatha Christie, is Murder on the Orient Express. All aboard for one of Hercule Poirot's most iconic escapades on the Orient Express. So what happens is that this luxurious train is gliding through Europe until it's stopped by snow. Sounds kind of cozy, right? Until it actually turns deadly. Yeah, believe it or not, in this classic Agatha Christie whodunit, a wealthy passenger named Samuel Ratchet is found dead. Enter Poirot, the brilliant detective who just so happens to be on the train and now is on the case. Time for him to work his magic and unravel this locked room mystery. Of course, he looks into the alibis of the numerous passengers, and wouldn't you know it, they all seem to have a secret that ties back to a tragic event from the past. It's clever, it's thrilling, and it's a timeless classic that you've probably either read already or at least heard about. But if you haven't, be sure to check it out ASAP. Let's keep the Agatha Christie train rolling with the 1936 classic, The ABC Murders. Again, Poirot is back on the case, and this time there's a serial killer on the loose, taking out victims in alphabetical order and leaving a calling card beside each body. Yep, the killer is literate, so Poirot teams up with Arthur Hastings to crack this devious code before the next name is crossed off the list. It's a game of cat and mouse, but as usual, as things get crazier, Poirot stays a step ahead thanks to his genius mind. With Christie's awesome plot twists, red herrings, and unpredictability, it's a definite page-turner. The ABC Murders and Murder on the Orient Express are two of Agatha Christie's best, and after almost a century, they still hold up really well. Next up, from 1937, is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Let's head to Middle-earth and team up with the homebody hobbit known as Bilbo Baggins. Our unlikely little hero starts off content at home until Gandalf the Wizard and a rowdy band of dwarves come knocking with an adventure they need Bilbo to take part in. Their mission is to reclaim a mountain of treasure from Smaug, the fire-breathing dragon. Suddenly, Bilbo's quiet life is tossed out the window. He's on a quest filled with trolls, goblins, elves, and a very precious little ring. As this band of beings goes treasure hunting, Bilbo taps into courage he didn't know he had. It's a classic YA fantasy book that has it all. Magic, humor, surprising insights into bravery, and unforgettable characters. It's the perfect first fantasy novel for readers of any age. And last, but perhaps my favorite on this list, is from 1938, that's Out of Silent Planet by C.S. Lewis. This classic sci-fi book features Dr. Ransom, a mild-mannered professor who's straight up kidnapped and taken to Malacandra, which we come to find out is actually Mars. But Ransom escapes from his captors and ends up meeting some seriously cool aliens called the Hrassa, the Sorns, and the Fiffletriggy. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. And they've got life pretty much figured out because they live in complete harmony with their world and its wise ruler named Oyarsa. The descriptions of the planet are strange, beautiful, and completely wrong, but we won't hold that against C.S. Lewis. Anyway, this mind-blowing journey also tries to explain why Earth didn't realize there were aliens out there on another planet. And the revelation is pretty well done. You get a healthy dose of adventure, otherworldly descriptions, and questions about our place in the cosmic picture. I loved it so much that I read the entire trilogy, which is severely underrated, by the way. That's the lowdown on 7 books from the 1930s that are real gassers. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite books from the decade. Happy reading!